Okay, time now is 10:58 a.m. on March 27th. Um, yeah, I slept from 5:10 to 10:40. Uh, yeah, 5.5 hours. And I didn't even immediately fall asleep. And at around 8 a.m. ish, I woke up again because someone's sweeping outside. So it wasn't a good sleep at all. Um, yeah, fuck. I was, or the thing is, I could have gone to bed way earlier. At around 4 a.m., I was already dozing off. But the miraculous thing about yesterday is that I was able to finish two films and one episode of TV, which is really crazy. But that is in the expense of filming any YouTube or editing too much. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do it later in the morning, even though I probably don't have enough time again. Um, yeah, today's gonna be a long day. It's religion class, CTCS 192, a quick lunch, and then a con meeting, and then Ralph's. That's the sequence of events. Um, and then yeah. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Uh, yeah. I'm so tired. Um, and then I've set tomorrow as well, which is fucking goofy. And then also 2 days later, with Smooth Op. I'm still very worried about the mic. Don't know what to do. And then, oh, I need to confirm with the extras today. I don't know. I feel like this short film's gonna fall apart. I don't know why. Because it's such a straightforward short film, now I need to know, you know, locations is important, cast is important, equipment is important, and I'm failing on all fronts. The location is a huge bummer too. Troy Gym is not ideal at all. Um, yeah, we'll figure this out, hopefully. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So it's very like Love Island kind of vibe, but like competing.
Okay, time now is 9:51 p.m. I just came back home and took a shower. Um, oh my god, my nose is still going crazy. What the hell? Okay, I just plucked a tiny hair out of my left nostril with a small pair of scissors. So that's that. Okay, so just came back home. Let's talk about today. Another mildly interesting day. Nothing too revelating happened. Um, In the morning, I did film an Alien movie review, but once again, I have underestimated how much time I would need to do something. I finished breakfast, I missed the bus, I walked to school, I arrived 10 minutes late to religion class, but it's okay. That's how the saying goes. And yeah, religion class, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I wanted to speak to the professor after class, but I didn't. I want to geek out about Buddhism with the professor, but like, I'll do that next week. I'll do that next week. Um, Next week's religion class is about Kung Fu and Shaolin. I gotta geek out about that too. So, yeah. And then after religion class, me and the classmates, the other Chinese guys with glasses, walked and talked. One of them is graduating this May, and yeah, it's chill, it's cool. One of them noticed my haircut, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I like that my haircut is noticeable. I know I'm like getting hung up too much on my appearance and everything, which is bad, but like, the whole point of me having a haircut isn't to look good, but it's to look different. So I think I've achieved that. Um, yeah, anyways, I walked to CTCS 192, and because religion class ended early, I ended up having some time to chill. And so I ended up doing a lot of production work for Smooth Op. And oh my god, I fucking hate producing. Again, I feel like right now I'm on track. Like, it's not like Smooth Operator is, getting derailed because everything's falling apart. It's barely holding itself together. I still kind of need actors. I still kind of need, uh, I still need the mic. Location is kind of bad. So it still feels wrong. I don't know. I feel like I'm so locked in with guerrilla filmmaking, while Smooth Op it's gonna be very guerrilla, but also it's not gonna be that guerrilla because it's actually a story set in stone with a perfect three-act structure. Not perfect, but like with a three-act structure, and it has very specific characters, and I can't go dreamy with it. And I feel like Smooth Operator is more leaning towards traditional filmmaking, uh, relatively in comparison with my other work. So I feel like I feel like it's gonna suck. I don't know why. I just have very little confidence. It's my 10th short film, and I'm still not confident about it. But we'll see. Um, so yeah, CTCS 192 lecture. Nobody showed up. But I sat down and I listened to the whole thing before break. And then I actually listened today because today is about Rocky and whiteness, being white, being Italian American. And because I have to write some kind of essay response next Wednesday for this, so I thought I should listen in, and it's actually kind of interesting. Okay, 3:30 p.m. I left. I went to Trader Joe's and bought a beef bean burrito. And I walked all the way to the cafeteria, the canteen. Um, Not the cafeteria, the fucking Tudor Center canteen. I'm just gonna call it that. To microwave it, and I did not expect the microwave to be so powerful. I microwaved the burrito for 45 seconds, which isn't a lot, but for some reason it's very hot. It's like so hot I can't even touch it. So I took off my jacket and used my jacket as an insulator. I carried the burrito all the way to SCA third floor, and then on a chair I sat down and I ran into Linda again. I saw Linda before 192 class, and I saw her again. Uh, yeah, I saw Linda again, and I had my burrito, and I was just gonna chill. And I did chill, and then I talked with Linda a little bit. Linda suddenly offered to buy me boba, and I'm like, what? Really? And I eventually did. Not really boba, but I got a milk tea with grass jelly, and she's ordering it for delivery, and I'm like, to where? To the entrance of SCA, and I'm like, what? It's possible? And eventually I Zelled her. The boba is $6.79, and then after delivery fee, maybe it's like 7 or 8, but I paid her 6.7. She's like, oh, just pay me whatever you want. And then yeah, and the drink didn't even arrive until 5:30 p.m. And by 5 p.m. I have the con meeting, and I was quite excited about that. I went to the second floor of SCA building. I arrived. I saw some guy walk into the room, and I'm like, that's gotta be it. I walked in, and I saw some unfamiliar faces. So at the very end of that table is Sandrine, the French woman who is responsible for this program, and then we have a very small white boy with pink hair, very quiet and dainty. And then next to him is a tall white guy with a cap. And then there is another white woman with glasses. Um, I just realized that they're all white, but I didn't feel that way when I went into the room. I sat down, and it's like, whoa, it's like no one showed up. But later, by later, more people showed up. Eventually, Colin and his friend Garrett showed up, and then eventually Tiger Lily, the British woman, showed up, and Asir, the Indian guy whom I had a phone call with, showed up, and then eventually Matt stormed in. Matt was like 20 minutes late. He stormed in, he grabbed the big seat at the president's seat, the leader's seat, the long table and the head of it, and everyone did a little self introduction, but Matt wasn't here. Matt stormed in, and then Sandrine was like, "Oh, do you want to introduce yourself, or does everyone know you already?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know everyone. Tiger, Asir, Emma, Enoch, Garrett, Colin, Camden, Zach." And he said it super fast, like way faster than what I just did. Like, dude is hyper speed. And the funny thing is that guy isn't even Camden. His name is Brennan. So Matt got it wrong. Okay. My phone is charging really slowly, and I'm kind of worried about it. Okay. Anyways. So, um, yeah. So, we just talked for 2 hours, and it's so entertaining. I've never been in a meeting where I actually listen to every word that is being said and paid attention to every single word. But we basically went over a bunch of stuff like where do we live, the logistics, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, uh, just talked about literally everything we could think of. Yeah, lodging, accommodation, where to live at, visa issues, which is not an issue for most of us aside from Asir. Writing, like writing reviews, interviews, etc. So, you know what? I'll pull up a quick rundown of the fuck, and my laptop's out of battery too. So, talking about lodging, and we had a few candidates. We have a few choices, like about 4 to 5 choices of like villas where we could just book. And I don't object to any of them. I hate sharing bedroom with someone and sharing bathroom with someone, but I have no choice. So I'm just gonna stick to it. The issue at hand is half of us want to arrive on the 12th and half of us want to arrive on the 13th. But in the meeting, Sandrine thought only 2 of us wants to arrive on the 12th, and I want to arrive on the 12th. But Matthew doubled down. Well, Matt doubled down, and he's like, yeah, there's nothing to see on the opening day for the opening film, anyways. And then someone was like, oh, but you don't even know what the opening film is going to be. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, what if it's Richard Linklater's Nouvelle Vague? But anyways, they're like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do 13 to 24. So it has been decided that we're going from May 13th to 24th. So we'll be missing the first day, which sucks. Like, I want to arrive early and, like, sightsee a little bit, and just enjoy the town a little bit before I really, like, go into the nitty-gritty details of the festival. So, who knows? But I don't think it's set in stone yet. I think we can still discuss. But it's got to be fast. It's got to be really fast. And then for the rest of the meeting, it's just you know, branding, like how are we going to do our social media this time because we want more people to follow us. So Sandrine was like, "Oh, what if we do this reality TV thing and like we start doing this, you know, we make a video on TikTok and each one of us do like a self introduction and like a mini, like a introduce the team kind of thing." Uh, yeah, and then there's just what to write, how to interview people. We have a meeting set up with, or like we're planning to meet this film critic who teaches in the School of Annenberg, but it's about film criticism, and we'll be meeting with him like next month. And we talked about the website. We talked about just very nitty gritty details. I was comfortable enough, despite the fact that I don't know like most of the people in the room. I was comfortable enough to like speak out loud and ask questions, which I think is a good thing. I don't know why. Like, if I'm in a room full of random Hong Kongers, I'm like fuck. But if I'm in a room full of cinephiles, I'm like okay. I'm more comfortable here. I don't know why. I think I do know why. I think ultimately one's passion puts me in a comfort zone more so than one's background, like cultural or ethnic background. So okay. Yeah. I asked about like the food situation because apparently last year somebody on the team keeps cooking every night and it caused trouble, I guess. Matt caused Matt trouble, and I was like, then what's the food situation? Do we just eat McDonald's? And he's like, well, sandwiches. There are these snack stands where you could get a sandwich, a panini bread, and I'm like, okay. And then he also talked about parties, so it's basically impossible for us to get into private parties. I know it's like a thing, ooh, Cannes Film Festival, parties. But like, we're just a bunch of students. We don't have any connections with big celebrities. And sometimes you can just line up and get into a party, but you're gonna spend a long time lining up to parties and partying, and when you could be watching films. And that's important. So Sandrine has the market pass and not the journalism pass, which is the pass I have now. I think journalism, I'm not even sure. Sandrine has a market pass, so Sandrine can't even watch films unless it's screening at the market section. But essentially, Sandrine was like, a lot of people come to Cannes Film Festival to not watch films. They're just here to work, to hold meetings, to meet with film distributors, etc. So, and Matt was like, yeah, so take advantage of the fact that we're here to watch films. Matt was like, this cohort seems kind of chill, but last year, a lot of people wanted to party, like had a pleasure-seeking disposition, beautifully worded. And yeah, so there's that. What else did we talk about? Damn, I feel like we talked about a lot more. We just went on and on and on, and I'm really interested in the branding and the social media side of it. I even made a suggestion, like, what if we do like a one-on-one documentary? Because I don't know, like a whole year ago, I thought, oh, someone should make a documentary about me, and then I make a documentary about that someone. So it's so interesting to see how someone looks at me through their lens and how I look at someone through my lens and how different it is from actual reality. And I thought we should do that, but that's just too much commitment, obviously. Yeah. Um, yeah, updating the website, updating passwords, etc. So we talked a lot, and then it just ended after 2 hours. Felt like a breeze. My laptop died, and I started writing on a notebook. At some point, my drink arrived. So yeah, but it was nice. And then we left, and then yeah, talked a little bit to Asir. He is indeed the Indian guy who got boba on Monday, and I recognize him. It's so funny. I haven't even seen him in person. I only saw his profile pic, and I already immediately know it's him. And then talked to Colin and Garrett a little bit. Garrett is a big guy, bigger than I thought. But he's a sophomore from screenwriting major, and I asked him what two films did you write, and he said Blue Velvet and Wanda. And he asked me what are my predictions, and I was like The Way of the Wind, maybe the new Park Chan Wook, and he had no idea. But he's more pumped for Jim Jarmusch and etc. Um, so yeah, we left, and I was just gonna walk to Ralph's, and then I realized, oh yeah, I need to buy a spray bottle in Target. So I walked back, and at the same time, Cole, the big Korean American guy, randomly texted me. I didn't realize it was him. I was like, who is this? He was like, I left my laptop in the theater. Can you help check out? And I'm like, sure. So I walked to Target to buy a spray bottle. Easy find. $3. And then I went to SCA, and there's something going on in the theater. There was like a screening or something, so I didn't go in. And then I took free lift to Ralph's, and that took forever because a car came, and the car was like, the other side. So I crossed the road, and the car's not there, and I'm like, where are you? The car's probably on the Target side and not the other side. So the car is gone, so I waited for a new lift, went to Ralph's, bought a bunch of stuff, came back, etc. And I'm here. Yeah, wow, so excited for Con. I'm still not big on arriving late, but to be fair, I can arrive early. I just need to book a place myself, like a hostel, because I think yeah, I'm here in Cannes for the film festival, but I'm also a traveler, and I love traveling, and I want to like visit some castles and just like go to the cafe, go to the old town, and just relax, just a little prep. So I may just go there and book a hostel, or extreme, I can just go overnight. No, that's too extreme. No, but like that's crazy though. If we arrive on the 13th and check in on the 13th, and then the 14th we immediately start going on this festival, it's like then what about jet lag? What about settling down? Fine, you can settle down in 3 hours, and then, but like there's still jet lag. So genuinely don't know what the plan will be. Personally, I would like to arrive a little early, just to hang out around Nice and Cannes and Monaco maybe. Garrett is gonna do that because he already bought the plane ticket for some reason. So yeah. Um, and then yeah, aside from that, it's chill, very chill. Um, I can't believe I'm shooting Smooth Op in 2 days. Can't believe that. Um, Tova and Lizzie suddenly made a text group between us three, and Lizzie's like, "Oh, hey, Tova's gonna come to USC campus tomorrow afternoon. Are you down to hang?" And I'm like, "Yes, but I can't because I'll be on set." And then a little bit ago, the PD who was gonna, the girl who was gonna be PD for tomorrow's music video, suddenly dropped out, and we have a new PD now. So that's hilarious. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But I'm more worried about Smooth Op, and then after Smooth Op, I'm so done. I'm so done with film sets and directing, even though I'm obviously not done. Because I'll be going to the pickup day for Summer's End with Jayun, and I'll probably help out with Maisie's set. And Christian texted me and was like, "Hey, are you free next week? There's a set." And then like, it's so chaotic. I also ran into Alexis at Ralph's. I saw her and I'm like, she looks familiar. And she saw me and was like, hey. And I'm like, oh, that's Alexis. And she's wearing all black. And she's like, you had a haircut? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm so excited for Con. Um, Garrett was like, oh, they're going to announce the lineup at 6 a.m. We should film ourselves reacting to it on TikTok, which is kind of lame. Like, I would do something like that, but I wouldn't do it on TikTok, and I wouldn't do it as a group, as if we're just. It feels crass. It feels lowbrow for the USC Con Classic team. But like, I found out that he's wrong. It's not 6 a.m. It's 2 a.m. I'm definitely awake at 2 a.m. So we'll see. Yeah. And I believe that's it. Is my phone charged? Charging very slowly. Okay. Okay. A little bit more, I guess, then. I'm thinking a lot about Jayun lately. And I think it's because I thought about her a lot in January and then I stopped. And then she's suddenly back in some ways. Um um so yeah. And I don't know. I just want to know her more. Like I just want to like know what's her creative process and her childhood and what she thinks of this and what she thinks of that. But she's not that interesting of a person. I don't think she's that interesting. But I still want to know more. And it's ironic because back in oh my god. Back in January, I was like, Giant's overdoing this. She's texting me every day, and I barely know her. Like, if she disappears for a couple months and then come back, maybe my feelings will be more developed. Like, I will be more certain of how I feel. And that's actually kind of what happened. Like, for a period of time in January and February, she's just gone. Um, yeah. But, like, the thing is, she is also kind of young, and I don't think she realizes that sometimes when she suddenly stops talking to someone, it's weird. Yeah, anyways, there's that. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Yeah. Okay, time now is 9:19 a.m. in the morning. On March 28th. Yeah, I slept from 5:10 a.m. to um to 8:55. And then I went back to bed, but I did not fall asleep. I also woke up at like 7 a.m. ish because my phone suddenly freaked out because moisture is detected. Um, so it can't charge. Yeah, terrible, tired. It's crazy that I've been sleeping like less than 7 hours, less than 6 hours. Like, it's been a week, and every single day I have to torture myself and still do that for the next 2 days. Um, it's really crazy, and it doesn't stop because then it's school on Monday, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday. Oh my god, like fuck me. Um, Yeah, so I woke up at 8:55 to register for USC classes, and I did it. I think it's the first time where everything went well. Like every single class I wanted to go for, I got it. Yeah, except it's only 16 units. I'm not taking 18, which is max. I'm only doing 16, and it's five classes, but three of them are electives. Like three of them are completely unnecessary. Like practicum and PD, I got motion picture screen analysis, which are both classes that I've been planning to take since day one, but still. I got two camps classes and then one East Asian language class, which is East Asian literature with special topics on Buddhism, Taoism, and folklore. Yeah, so yesterday I spent a good deal of time looking for a class that could, I don't know, interest me, I guess. Might as well take a class that seems interesting, and I just went for this one because it's the closest to, I guess, religion, but it's not religion. I literally searched through classics, archaeology. Archaeology is defunct. There's no class in that department anymore. Like that this semester, next semester, zero classes. Um, yeah, I went through art to see if art has any interesting classes related to film, but no, and I'm not brave enough to do a painting class either. Acting is completely filled up, which is crazy. Um, but yeah, this means next semester, spring 26, my last semester, I will have to like be extremely lucky and finish my CAMS degree and my religion minor. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Um, um, yeah. So, um, yeah. Another thing is yesterday morning, Ying Yiqi, the film festival that rejected me, announced that they're going to be announcing honorable mentions, 10 more. And at that point, I'm like, fuck you, because I hate the suspense, and I hate it, and I hate the I just want to get it over with. I got rejected, then just reject me. And yeah, so 10 more films, and they just announced it, and I'm not in it. So, holy shit. 160 something submissions, or 150 something? 12 films finalists and 10 more honorable mentions. So 22 films. So that's more than 10%, and I'm not even in it. Nah. I think it's production value kind of situation. Like mine is just not like high budget looking. Mine obviously have technical issues, but like Jesus Christ, not even. Maybe it's because mine is too abstract and people just didn't really like it because it's too abstract. But I thought it's my strongest work to date. So yeah, that's very fucking disappointing. Um, I guess nobody really enjoyed my short film. Um, fuck me. I'm gonna keep submitting though. I'm gonna keep submitting in the hopes of really reaching somewhere with my short film. But this sucks. Thank you for rubbing it in. You know, if I see myself in the honorable mentions, I would still be very happy. But no. So thank you for rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound. Feels great. And yeah, I was supposed to meet. I reserved a room at the library at 10 a.m. and I was gonna do a ALI meeting with TA4 for an hour. And turns out I can't even fucking do that because now the call time has moved from 1 p.m. to 10 fucking 30, and someone's gonna pick us up at 10 a.m. at Target. So fucking great. Yeah, let's go. I don't even have time to do meetings anymore. So yeah. And then my Hollyland mic should be here today. If they don't for some reason decide to deliver this package for the third fucking time, I will murder someone. So I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, and then that's it. I'm gonna try to sleep really early tonight. And tomorrow is the fucking shoot. Fuck me. And one of the actors isn't even responding to me on Reddit. So I'll need to find some emergency replacement. Smooth Op is not looking great. I'm not feeling inspired.
And unfamiliar places, time to explore.
Yeah, I'll get that for you.
Was I back enough and I didn't need more? Without workplace incident.
Please stop, please. Do not say that.
Nothing better than when you pass by a Costco and it's like, oh, it's 0 days, 2 days.
Let me get this one. Just because we're not done and it will look so bad. We have one shot at the corner here. Alright, let's move on.
So the next one is still tripod for performance. Alright,
Cut, playback.
do playback real quick.
Here's this one.
Oh, this is great.
It's here. There's leaves here.
I don't know if you can see me hitting my finger.
No, it's chill.
Now, yeah, then that one up next to it. Don't look at my.
Of what break?
Alright.
That's a good deal.
Just the LA Flower Market. The LA Flower Market? Yeah. Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the best place to get flowers.
That's great.
Yeah. And sure, people are so. Cut. Right?
Bounces. Wow. Yeah, until it jousts you when you decide to just open it. And then, imagine you got something up and it's on here, right? And it just gets launched.
Holy shit. Thank fucking God. Fuck. Okay, time now is 1:26 a.m. in the morning, and, yeah. What a long fucking day, and, oh my god. I am insanely tired. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it's 1:48 a.m. I'm gonna just talk about today. And then I'll continue on prepping for tomorrow's shoot. Oh my god, I'm literally going insane because 19 billion things are happening in front of my face. So I slept for very little this morning. I slept for less than 4 hours. I was basically on the verge of sudden death, and first thing in the morning, at 8:55, before I brushed my teeth, I opened up my laptop and I was ready to register for courses for USC. This is going to be the second last time I'll ever register for courses in my life, unless I pursue a master's degree. But yeah, it's the second last time I'll be ever doing it, and I'm not worried at all because my registration date is hella early. Like, everyone's later than me for some reason, which is great, which is fucking great. So, as expected, I got every single class I wanted to get. Yeah, I think I mentioned this already. Anyways, I went back to bed. I didn't really fall asleep because I was nervous for Smooth Op. And then at, I think 9:15, I woke up again. Which is not that much, actually. Like, I registered for classes, and then I went back to bed for like 10 more minutes-ish. It's not that much. So 9:15, I woke up again, and I basically changed my clothes. I ate a cookie, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to go to set. So I changed my clothes, took a bus, arrived at Target, and here we go. Ugh. So yeah. In the morning, Ying Yi Chi, the film festival in Hong Kong, finally revealed their 10 honorable mentions. And I'm not in it. I think I also mentioned this this morning. Wow, fucking brilliant, you know? Just to rub the salt in. Just to add salt to the wound. Insult to injury. And I don't really know why. Like, usually if I'm rejected in a film festival here in LA, it's like, it's whatevs. But to be rejected in Hong Kong, it just hurts. Like, I made a very Hong Kong film. It's really personal, and I think it's my most beautiful work yet. And it's not even in the top 12 or 13%. Yeah, I was quite disappointed, and I don't really know what they're looking for. Are they looking for more Oscar baity, more quote-unquote meaningful and deep short films? Are they looking for production quality? Like, maybe it's because my camera clearly isn't the most cinematic, and I have sound issues, and I have focus issues. I don't know, but or maybe it's just they just don't get it. It's just too slow, and I think this festival is looking for something much more like it's artsy, but it's also not looking for slow cinema because it doesn't like being bored. I don't know, but either way, it's very sad, and I immediately tried to look at other Hong Kong film festivals that I could submit this to, but honestly, aside from Ying Yi Chi, IFVA, that's literally the two festivals, and IFVA is like defunct. Like, they're not even running. So yeah, it's very desolate. I fucking hate this. Who knows though, maybe I can submit this short film elsewhere and it'll get attention in Hong Kong. But I just really want it to get attention in Hong Kong. I really want it to. I want to be somebody in Hong Kong. So anyways, I went to set, took a bus, arrived at Target, and then the other set dresser came. The other set dresser is someone I saw on Zoom already, and I don't know why when I saw her on Zoom, even though she has a really girly voice, I thought she's like a trans woman or trans girl because her face is like that of a 30-year-old man. But I don't think she is trans. I think she is actually just a girl. And she's freshman, so like she's like 19 or something. And her face is like that of a 30-year-old man. I hate being insulting, but she just has that really, like, her chin is just really big, and she just has that, like, she just has that look, like that 30-something-year-old baseball coach look. And I'm just thinking, what? So anyways, a red car arrived and we got in, and somebody drove us. He's a grip, but he basically did more art stuff today than grip, and he's a stem cell biology major, and he doesn't do film sets, so he has no idea what grip means. He had to Google it this morning, and he's Christian. He's wearing like a Christian t-shirt, like a Christian club in USC is called Challenge, and he's wearing a Christian cross necklace. He's like this tall Asian guy, but like he's also really nice. He's really simple-minded, and he might be neurodivergent. Like I'm sorry if I'm being insulting, but he just yaps. He just keeps talking, and he's very simple-minded. He thinks very simple things. He's like, "Ooh, can I do that? Maybe not." And he's like, he graduated apparently, and he's about to do medical school. So okay, sure. So we arrived on set. We're like the earliest people to arrive on set. And it's this studio in South Central. And it's like this fancy, like, ooh, influencer. Like, this fucking Gen Z, like, artsy studio kind of place. And it's in South Central, so the area is shit. There were a lot of flies, but it's like, it's very modernist, and there are a lot of plants, and it's so healthy, it's so minimalist, And we entered the studio, and it's a soundstage, and it's like okay big, and there's this wall, and it's made of white, some kind of white material, some white drywall, I guess. And it sort of curves upwards on all three sides of the walls, and the fourth side is, of course, where the camera sits. So we don't have a PD. The PD we originally had dropped out last minute, and they got a new PD, and we have no idea who she is. She's never spoken to us, and she's not arriving until like 1 p.m. She's not arriving until 12, but she eventually showed up at around 1. So me, this other girl, Abby, and this guy, whose name is Alex, we're just left to fend for ourselves, and we have nothing but a photo on Google Drive to go off on. And the photo is, so we're supposed to do look 1 and then look 2, but the director came and she's like, let's do look 2 first. So we did look 2 first, and in the photo, in the render in Google Drive, it's like 2 black panels and a black ground and a flower on the ground. Okay, it should be simple. And it's like the most unnecessarily stupid things ever, because we have no materials. We have nothing on our hands. We have some boxes, but they're for look 1. But there are a couple of giant panels in the studio, and we somehow figured out a way to... So there is the black side of the panel. We somehow figured out a way to like open them up like a V shape. And then the thing is, I'm tired, so I'm not really outspoken. I also don't really care about the set. And Abby, who is a freshman who has never been on a film set before, I guess, or like she's been on this like her second set ever, she's just like a know-it-all today. She's just like, okay, I think we should do this. I think we should do that. Yeah. And she's from the Bay Area, I think, and she speaks like, oh my god, that's so crazy. And yeah, like she's so, like she's not a real person. And then the other guy just follows her, whatever she says, and he doesn't really think, and they have some really stupid ideas like, oh, it's not standing up, so I guess let's just tape them together with gaff tape. and they got a white tape and they thought that's paper tape, that's not gaff tape. And then I touched it, turns out it is gaff tape. It's just white for some reason. And then they actually tried to tape it together, and the funny thing is that it's actually kind of working. And then they're trying to open a C-stand, and they're struggling, and I'm speaking up. I'm like, hey, okay, so you do this, you do that, and they're not listening to me. Maybe it's because I'm not loud enough. I said, like, why don't we? I said it 4 times, and they're not listening. And then the director showed up, and he's a black girl with a very sharp jawline. And she's very, like, muscular physique. But she's not attractive. She just looks like a doll. And, again, I don't want to be insulting, but she's just like a doll with a abnormally sharp jawline. And she had, like, a burning incense beside, like, on her ear. And it's stinking up the whole place. It's so insane. Like, I don't know what's going on. And at that point, I'm like, I should have said no. Like, the thing is, I couldn't get to work today. I was supposed to meet TA4 for 2 hours today. I did not do that. I was supposed to prep for my short film tomorrow. Did not do that. I want to sleep. I haven't had a good sleep for days. Obviously, today's I couldn't. I should have stayed behind to work on The World's Not Enough. Did not do that. And at some point as I was setting up things, I suddenly remembered, holy fucking shit. I forgot to go to the production office and ask them to sign the permit. I literally applied to book a room 2 days ago, and then yesterday I was busy, and then today I didn't do it, and it's already closed. Like, I'm not gonna go tomorrow morning or something because the office is closed, so I'm fucked. I forgot to sign the permit. I went out of my way to book a room just to forget to sign the permit. So I'm just standing there, I'm like, great, one new problem for my short film. What's new at this point? So, it's so stupid. But, like, at this point, I'm not even, like, that bummed out by it. I'm just gonna trespass. I'm just gonna go to operations, and I'm just gonna beg the people there to open the room for me. Yeah, I have no plan B. I will just trespass. If they don't open a room for me, then I'll say, okay, we'll leave, and then we'll come back and we'll just trespass. But yeah, that's basically it. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. So immediately I regretted showing up today. I know 0 people from set today. I'm complete newbie there. Like, I don't know anyone else. I think most people today on set don't even know each other. The camera team, the G&E team is just like 3 people, and they're like professional freelancers. And like, some of the people there aren't even like USC students. There's this BTS person, this girl, this woman, she's like turning 24. And she just graduated from Long Beach. And she's actually quite nice. I was the only international student in the whole room. And then she started the dance, and setting that up was terrible. Also, the floor was white, like on the studio floor, the performance part, I guess. And we're supposed to take off our shoes and then only have socks on it, but everyone else started just breaking the rules, and the floor just became smudged black and brown. It was so gross at the end. So obviously nothing's working, and at some point I just gave up. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just let you guys do this. And yeah, it feels really stupid. So the dance happened. The girl, her name is Anya, but it's spelled Anja. I don't know why. She's not European. She's not Latina, I think. But if she's Latina, then it would be Anja. I don't know. So she started dancing, and it's this doll dance, and she's dancing to a TikTok song. And she's like, it's like kind of like sexy, and like there's some bondage elements to it. Her hands are tied to these golden ropes, and they're called yarns. I've never used this word in my entire life before. Y-A-R-N, yarn. and we had 4 people, including me, just pulling very hard for each of her limb to be attached to these yarns. And as she's dancing, it's like she's a puppet or something. At some point, her nipple slipped out, and I was too tired to even notice it. And it's so crazy, because she just announced it. She looked at the playback of her dancing, and she's like, oh, that's not good. That's my nipple. I had a nip slip. That's my nipple. And then throughout the day, she's in a tight corset, and she would constantly pull it up. But the thing is, I'm paying a lot of attention to her movements, and I looked at the screen during the playback. I did not see no nipple. Like, I just don't even recognize it. I'm just like, oh, what? Okay, I guess, okay. So yeah, it was so stupid. So obviously in the morning I didn't have a good time. It was a bad decision to come to set today. But things changed when the new PD came. She's this random girl, just from random. She's not in school. She's a singer. Like she makes music. She's not even an art person. And she's just like, well, I guess I do film stuff sometimes on the side. But she's so hyper-focused and she's so clear on what we're doing for some reason that everything just felt okay. And I started doing my thing. I set up pillows. And then, yeah, and it ended up being kind of chill later on. I just started joking around. And, yeah. And I'm mostly dealing with Smooth Operator. I'm like juggling between 7 or 8 different conversations, just begging for actors to show up. This guy, his name is also Justin. It's like the 6th Justin I've ever known. He's a comedic actor, and he's an M Butterfly. He's an APCA's You're Dead to Me. I DM him. I'm like, yo, we work together. Are you free tomorrow? And like Sunday, I know it's super last minute, and of course he's like, no. But for some reason, I had an inkling idea that he's going to say yes, but he ended up saying no, and I'm like, yeah, of course. So it was really tough. I made another Instagram story asking for extras, and one person did apply, and that's Thanos, the half Chinese, half black guy I met on Candy or Movie. He's like, yeah, I'm interested. And I asked him, why don't you also be our stunt coordinator? And he's like, sure. Even though he's never done it before, but he's a stunt guy. And he's like, yeah, it should be easy. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. I think he basically saved the project. Oh my god, it's gonna be insane tomorrow. Like, I'm so not prepared. So yeah, we had lunch, and disappointingly, it's Domino's pizza. That's the worst kind of film set lunch. I'm sorry. Trader Joe's wrap was really bad, but the thing is, I was hanging out with a bunch of Japanese people in Santa Monica, and all they had was Trader Joe's wraps. Like, I can't really blame them, but Domino's Pizza, they had fancy camera and fancy lenses today. Like, Aria Mira, they had a steady cam, and I'm just like, where's all this money coming from? I don't know. Vanessa eventually showed up, but showed up for a tiny period. Like, she's gone before lunch even happened. Vanessa, the Latina, turns out she's just American. And turns out she's Christian, because that's where she met the tall Asian guy, Alex. But like, 2 weeks ago, I saw on her Instagram story she traveled to Dubai and she had a turban and everything. And I know Christians can also visit Dubai. But like, for a moment, I'm like, oh, she's like a little, maybe she's Muslim or something. Like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. It was so weird and random, and I sat in an apple box. I started falling asleep. Oh, yeah, during lunch, as we were walking out to the outside to eat pizza, I ate 3 slices. I saw this Chinese American woman, this Asian woman, just sitting on a bench, and I looked at her and I'm like, she looks kind of familiar. She looks like the Twitch streamer, Fan Fan. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her. Usually, if I recognize a celebrity, 99% chance I'm right. I'm very good at recognizing people for some reason. And then she's like confused. She's wearing a black shirt and like jeans, and she's typing furiously on her phone. And she's like trying to leave, and then she's not leaving. And at some point, she actually left, and then I never saw her again. But at some point, I was like, ooh, I want to go up to her and ask her if it's really her. But I don't know if it's the right time because it doesn't seem like she's in the mood. But I wouldn't be surprised if she's going around LA in studios filming some artsy shit. Yeah. So it's probably her. So yeah. Anyways, the exhaustion really hit in the second half. Really, really bombastically hit. Yeah, and I was just extremely tired. I fell asleep. Sort of like, you know, drowsing, dowsing, and but the second half was okay. Like the look one seemed really complicated, but we had multiple people helping out, and it ended up looking quite nice. Way better than I thought, and the shoot sped up. At first the director is like, aka the dancer, at first she's like really nitpicky. She's like, no, I did this wrong again. And then she would be like, is that out of focus? And the DP would be like, I disagree. But like a little bit later, everyone gelled well, and each shot is like an insert, and it went very fast, and we got to wrap, and we had like 15 minutes to wrap everything up before we get kicked out. So we wrapped extremely fast, and I almost lost my pair of gloves, my ironclad gloves. I found it on the ground outside, and I'm like, fuck, where's the other one? So I searched around, and I finally found it, thank God. Somebody also lost their keys to the grip truck, which is insane, and somebody found later. Yeah. The first AD, her name is Sydney. She's like a black girl, and apparently she took 310 last semester, and she directed a film about a girl who defeated social anxiety by dancing in public. I remember that film pretty vividly. That's her short film. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it was good. I talked to people and made friends, but it's like, I wish I hadn't come. You know, I really wish I hadn't come. All at the same time, like, again, I have so many conversations happening up to me. I'm begging people to show up on set. I keep saying things like, hey, so are you free? Are you down? Oh, it's so tough. The thing is, like, Remain in Light is already tough. A Smooth Operator is even worse because I need more actors, and I have crazier, more ambitious things to do, like fights, and like filming at the gym, and it's, I hate producing. Just kill me. So yeah. And then at the same time, the con WhatsApp group is like, Tiger Lily, the British woman, she's like, yeah, let's just book the place now. Let's do it now. Sandrina's blowing up my phone. And so she sent everyone her bank account information and asked everyone to send her $515. And people started immediately doing it. And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm on set. So I went onto my Chase app and I just wired money to her. And then Chase wouldn't let me wire so much money to someone unless I make a phone call and confirm that it's me, which is great, you know, that's security. And then in the phone call, they ask, okay, can you tell me what's your debit card number? And then I search through my wallet and I'm like, fuck, my debit card is at home. So, yes, my debit card is at home. So I couldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, well, I wish I'm at home right now. So it ended, we wrapped it around at 9 p.m. sharp. 9 p.m. sharp. And we got home. And it's great. Now I get to go home, take a shower, rest, right? Wrong. Because Tova's in town. So yesterday, Tova and Lizzie, or I think 2 days ago, Tova and Lizzie made a text group. And they were like, oh, we're going to be at USC today afternoon. And I'm like, oh, I can't because I have set. And then I was like, well, the thing is, like, Tova and Lizzie, especially Tova, I really want to see her because, like, it's been a while. But the thing is, like, she's going to go back to Santa Cruz on Sunday. I have Smooth Up tomorrow and Sunday. So literally today's the only chance, and I want to see her. And they were like, you know what? We can just come back to the USC area. They were at Culver City, and they were just gonna drive back. Drive to USC. And so when I came back to my place, Tova texted me, and she's like, "We're 10 minutes away," and I'm like, "Oh God, okay." So this is happening then. So the thing is, like, I still have things to do. Today is the deadline for Cam's Fest. And at the same time, I'm asking Naja to finish the sound at 8 p.m.-ish. Naja finished the sound, upload it to Google Drive so that I could download it and put it in my short film on my timeline. That, and then I promised to call Ryan R., the main actor for my short. That, and then Thanos also wants me to call him to talk about the stunt. And that, and also I need to call Chase to wire the money to Tiger Lily. 4 things. And then now Tova's coming and I need to hang out with her too. Jesus Christ. I'm actually going insane. There's too much is happening all at once. So, yeah, so I came back home and I told Tova, like, just hold on for a minute. And I started editing The World's Not Enough. All I really need to do is get Naja's sound mix in, and then add a couple of, like, song credits for the end credits, but it still took a while. And also, Naja's sound mix is not perfect. I had to, like, kind of skim through the whole thing musically, sonically, so that I know which parts are better originally and which parts are better in the new mix, so that I would, like, mix and mash multiple mixes together, because for some reason some parts of the new mix sounds worse than before. I don't know why. It sounds clunky and weird. So yeah, don't know what happened there. So I was really careful, and I was really extra careful this time around. I really listened. So yeah, so I exported it, and that took a while. And then, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna let Tova and Naja in. So I just went out and I let them in, and they were in this apartment for an hour, just waiting for me to export my thing and make phone calls. And when they went in, I was like, oh, well, I have this roommate, so be careful. And I thought, well, my roommate's probably gonna be hiding, like, Adipta. But no, the moment I opened the door and brought Lizzie and Tova in, Adipta's just there. And I'm like, well, that's awkward. Like, in my head. Thankfully, Adipta went to his room. But at some point, he came out again to, like, heat up his food. But, like, oh, like, it's so weird, too. I just randomly brought 2 girls into this apartment for no reason. So eventually, I'm like, well, they must be bored. So I brought my Blu-ray player downstairs and played, and let them have my In the Mood for Love and the Red Shoes Blu-ray. Which is cool. Like, I buy these Blu-rays not just for myself, but, like, if I have guests over, this is the entertainment, you know? So yeah, thank God I finished The World's Not Enough, and then I made the 3 phone calls, it all worked out. And then we left. I was hungry as fuck. I was gonna go cook lunch. Go cook dinner myself. I need to finish the tofu before it becomes fermented, even though it probably already is fermented. But, like, you know what? It's a rare occasion that I get to see Tova and Lizzie. So we went out and got dinner at 10:40 p.m. And the only place nearby that is open that is not McDonald's is Ono Hawaiian Barbecue. So we went there and had food. And we talked, and it was fucking fantastic because it's been so long since I and Tova have met. And we just have so much to catch up with. So much to talk about. Talking about Jonathan, talking about Film 33, talking about the documentary. Tova took a class about film essay, which is so interesting. And Tova was like, our documentary isn't a documentary. It's a film essay. And I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. And we talked about movies. I told them about my USC life, getting into Cannes Film Festival. And they were both so surprised and so happy for me. I love telling people about this, but I also don't want to because it feels like I'm flexing. But I think it's something worth flexing. But yeah, it was great. My food took a bajillion years to arrive because apparently they haven't made the salad. They ran out of salad. So I started eating at 11:40 something p.m. and I barely finished it when the restaurant closed at midnight. But yeah, it was really great, and we just talked and caught up with each other, and yeah, that's fantastic. So I returned home at 12:20, said goodbyes, and continued. And here I am. So, good news is the very fucking good news. The microphone arrived. The lav mic. I bought it 3 fucking times. It finally arrived. When I returned home from set, I immediately checked the log because on the Amazon app it told me it just got delivered. And then I saw the photo and the UPS is fucking stupid. Somehow the UPS managed, they can't open the door to this property, so they just toss the package over the door or something. But the photo is my package on the grass lawn through the holes of the gate. So maybe the UPS courier didn't even go through the gates. He just tossed the package over. It's so idiotic. But anyways, it's just left out there on the lawn, not in front of my door. Perfect. So I went back home in the hopes. It got delivered around 4 p.m. I arrived home at around 9, so I hope within those 5 hours no one stole it. I went home and it's not on the fucking lawn. And I'm like, well, fucking great. And I was so ready to call UPS customer service on a Friday night and just scream at them and tell them to die. But I thought maybe there's a chance that the package is in the apartment right now and some good Samaritan took it in. And that is the case. Holy fucking shit. So right now I have the mic. Literally, it's like 2 a.m. I will literally roll my camera within 10 hours. And I still haven't used this mic, haven't opened the package, haven't charged it. So I need to do it right fucking now. I got a gimbal, I'll charge my gimbal. I have a light, I'll also charge it. I have a camera, I'll also have to charge it. So I have to do all these fucking things right now and prepare for tomorrow's shoot. I also have props. I gotta wake up earlier tomorrow morning to prepare for the props. Yeah, my god. I don't know. And I've been just texting a bunch of people. Kaylin is not free at all. Kaylin told me she's super burnt out, so she won't show up for the shoot at all. So there goes that dream. This big white guy with a neck beard, from Reddit, so he's not talking to me at all, so I just assume he bailed out. But then just now at 1 a.m. he's like, yeah, what do you want me to do? But it's too late. So I begged Leza. I DM'd Leza and I was like, I know it's super last minute, but can you make it tomorrow at noon? And they're like, yeah, maybe. And then at the end they're like, yeah, okay, just be fast. So Leza's playing the other casting director. To be fair, it's a very unnecessary character, but I would hate it if it's not true to my script, It doesn't feel right. So Leza's gonna show up, and then Thanos is showing up. He's a lifesaver. So I almost asked Kaylin to be stunt coordinator, but Thanos is much more locked in about this. And then a lot of other extras. Avichai. The thing is, Avichai is very, like, he really offered himself. He's like, oh, well, just say the word and I'll help you. But, like, he's from Israel. And I don't know how to feel. Like, no hate to him. But, like, as in times like this, I do not want to be, you know, it's sensitive, you know? So I don't know. But he's a nice guy, and he talked about no other land, so he's not a Zionist, I think. So yeah, he's gonna show up tomorrow. And then yeah, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm scared about tomorrow. After tomorrow, I'm so done. Like, I'm so done with directing, even though it's not gonna end, obviously. I also locked in with Luis a day next week to color the film. Gotta lock it in advance, and then that's it. So that's tomorrow, and then Namajaus. Fuck me. I'm so excited for Khan. Also, Jayun is like, she's low-key, she's a monster. She's Ariel 2.0 for real. She wrote a script and submitted to 480 and got chosen to be one of the chosen scripts. And then Maisie made an Instagram story saying, ooh, I have a friend, her name is Jayun, and she's about to win an Academy Award, like, she's a future Academy Award winner, writer winner. And I'm like, if Maisie's talking so highly of this girl, then damn, Jayun must be like a beast. She's like a filmmaking beast. God damn. And I'm just thinking, like, oh, I want to be with her. Like, I want to align myself with her. Like, if she turns out to be like the next big thing, I want to be like, well, you know, I was close with her, you know. I am close with her. I still want to, like, hang out with her and, you know, really, really have a deep, intellectually stimulating talk with her. I think that is very much needed. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. This is 40 minutes long of me talking. I probably don't even have time to watch a film tonight. Fuck me. Yeah.